Hello, hello, my friend. What is enlightenment? What is enlightenment? What is non-duality? Well, it is the same thing that all words refer to. In truth, all words refer only to this. This right here, this one actuality. There is one actuality, one reality. And we can call it enlightenment. We can call it awakening because it is perfect intelligence. It already is what it is. Enlightenment is not getting anything that you don't already have. There's nothing added when you become enlightened. Rather, the confusion that was leading you to believe that this is not already perfect intelligence, that this is not already enlightenment, that this is not already God, that confusion gets burnt away, or it becomes sufficiently transparent that you see through it and you don't believe it anymore. You gradually cease to believe your stories about what this is, what reality is. For example, I am John Smith. I am an accountant. I am a human being living on a planet in a massive universe. I'm very small. I must do X and Y. That is all realized to be story. And there's nothing wrong with story. Story is also enlightenment in a sense, in the sense that it is something that reality is doing. God is just another word for reality, for enlightenment, for perfect intelligence. Story is something very intimate that God is doing with itself. God is being with itself in these profoundly intimate ways. It is crafting these stories, and then it is actually living inside of those stories. It is creating an appearance of living inside of those stories. But it's not just an appearance, it's an entire experience. It's a visceral, lived experience of being inside of this poetry, inside of these stories. And yet, what is seen as enlightenment deepens, as realization deepens, what is increasingly seen with profound clarity is that the entire time, all the stories and all of their contents, all of the apparent characters and worlds and dramas within the story were nothing other than God, nothing other than enlightened intelligence, nothing other than the unsayable, the inconceivable, the one self-existent mystery, the profound wholeness that this actually is. This wholeness is timeless. It is spaceless. There is zero distance here. It is an absolute presence. It is an absolute radiant presence that is always here now, although here now would imply that it is actually somewhere and somewhen, and it's not. It's nowhere and everywhere. It's no when and every when. It's no thing and everything. And it is neither no thing nor everything, nor no when, nor every when, nor nowhere, nor everywhere. It is both neither, far beyond either. Words don't actually apply, except in the sense that every word refers only to this one reality. Beyond that, words don't apply at all. Words cannot say it. They can only point at it. This cannot be described. It cannot be qualified. It cannot be interpreted. It cannot be found or pinned down in any concretized, any definite way. It is absolutely unresolvable, indeterminate, mysterious, unknowable in any finite or conceptual sense. Although as you come to increasingly see through all of your stories and you get out of concepts and reference points and you come into the pure, naked immediacy of presence, pure, naked immediacy of whatever seems to be happening, you begin to access a kind of non-conceptual, non-verbal knowing. It's a knowing that's simply a kind of being. It's just a kind of being where this one reality that you are, this one infinite energy that you are, recognizes, remembers itself. It remembers what it is. It remembers that it is this infinite, self-existing, although it neither exists nor does not exist. Again, words do not apply, but we're using words to get as close as we can. It is this infinite intelligence, this infinite wholeness. It is not in need of anything. It doesn't need anything to be different from how it is. It allows every aspect of itself to be exactly as it is. Nothing is missing. Nothing is lacking. This is why they call it the great perfection, the great completion. It is seen that that is what this is, and what this is seen to be the profoundly important thing. You realize that what this is never changes, it never shifts. What this is always there, no matter what happens, no matter what the situation. Great perfection. I'm dying of cancer, great perfection. I'm in a car crash, great perfection. I just won $1 million, great perfection. I just lost $1 million, great perfection. Great perfection, great perfection, great perfection. It is seen that there is only this absolute presence, kaleidoscopically presenting endless scenes, endless kind of Rorschach ink blots to itself. And it is also presenting interpretations of these Rorschach ink blots. And it is also sometimes believing in these interpretations so as to have an experience of living inside of a story, inside of a poem, and being profoundly intimate with itself by living inside of a story. But eventually, the stories start to be seen through, and it is realized that the stories have only relative truth within their own context. They do have absolute truth in the sense that they are made of nothing other than God, made of nothing other than the absolute, being with itself in these profoundly intimate ways. It's actually like, to use this dualistic system of relative versus absolute truth is very heavy-handed. True and false really apply here. Real and unreal don't really apply here. This is far more real than real. This goes so far beyond real or unreal. It is the absolute presence of God being with itself in whatever profoundly intimate ways it presently happens to be with itself. And it's just gradually seen that this is all there ever is. The presence of God is all there is, being with itself in whatever profoundly intimate ways it is presently being with itself. And all is well. There are no problems. All already taken care of. This already is everything. And that's it. You're it. I'm it. Everything is already it. Everything already is. Enlightenment, everything already is. God, nothing needs to change at all. All is well. Although gradually, over time, all apparent beings will gradually come to remember what I'm talking about. All rivers lead to the ocean eventually, and it will be remembered that the presence of God is all that there is. Voila. Amen. Namaste. Thank you for listening. Much love, my friends. Much peace, much love, much joy. Hakuna Matata, much music, much artfulness, much poetry. Peace.